And Saved by the Bell coach Bruce, we are live.
Let's go.
Sorry, Coach Spring Break Bruce.
Yes, sir.
How is your spring break? First of all, I'm mad that you have a spring break because I do not. We are not given a spring break.
Yeah, hold on. This is my spring break, so I am going to enjoy it, sir. How are you?
Oh my gosh. When you said you had a surprise for me, that is not what I expected.
So how's your day going, man?
Clearly not as well as yours.
Hey, we got the collar popping. We got the
What am I looking at right now?
We got the chain out. Life is treating me very well.
Richie is going to have a heyday with this. Richie, clip this as much as possible.
Let's do it.
Like in any way, shape, or form that you can make that into a meme, like screenshot it. Please, by all means, do whatever you can with that.
Let me tell you, real quick, the funny thing is what people don't know that are just watching this, though, I panicked like hardcore because I was like, oh, shit, I totally forgot to grab my mic.
Yeah. That's why I said Saved by the Bell.
So that was pretty entertaining. I'm not going to lie. That was pretty good.
I was not expecting that, I will say. You caught me off guard.
Yeah, that was a curveball, man. Got to keep you on your toes in this business.
No wonder you thought it was going to be a good show. You had that waiting in the wings.
Yikes. Hey, if I could have an introduction like that every single week, I'm fairly confident we would have more than 5 people watching right now.
I mean, you right. You gotta get people in with the little outfit. You know, showing the pecs off there a little bit. I like it.
I don't know if the pecs are showing off, but...
Well, that's okay. You know, I thought I was going to be clever wearing my jersey on deadline day, and Bruce comes out here looking like a 70s cop show.
Spring break... Hey, so... Let me tell you something, young man. Let me tell you something. Hey, first of all, real quick, hold on. Hold
Hawaii 5-0 looking man.
Hold the phone.
Hold the phone.
Hold on. Hello. Hey, 21st birthday, buddy. Let's go. Yes. Happy birthday.
Cheers with my water.
Me too.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely water, Bruce. You're not fooling anybody.
Hey, sir, the claw is the law.
Yeah, you're the claw law. You and Kawhi Leonard. Oh, my God.
The claw is the law, sir. The claw is the law.
But yes, it was my 21st birthday yesterday.
So what did you do to celebrate?
Went to a casino, gambled my life savings away, as one does on their 21st birthday. No, I spent $20 on a slot machine, went to Giordano's, went to Insomnia Cookies in Bloomington, and then played some 2K.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Hey, so...
It was a good day.
So for my 21st birthday, what I ended up doing was, at the time, I was still living at home.
Yes.
I was going to Elmhurst. However, I was still living at home, commuting at the time. And next door to me was my sister. So I actually went to my sister's house. My brother-in-law obviously lived there too.
Yeah.
And they were playing cards with his buddies. So I ended up playing poker that night. I had 0 alcoholic beverages because, as surprising as that might be, yeah, you know, we were just hanging out, and I just didn't at the time want to do it. I just didn't want to have any like drinks or anything, and it's not like I had to go. It's not like I had to go very far because like basically I would walk across the street and yeah, I'd be home. But
yeah, you're right.
Hey, at the end of the day, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Welcome to the world of alcoholic adulthood. I don't know if that's a thing or not.
I wouldn't put it that way, but yeah, I guess.
Fair. But yeah, man. That's good stuff, though. That's good stuff for you, and you know, now you have to look forward to the age of 26 when your car insurance goes down. So, congratulations!
Yep, I am still a high-risk young man, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out
That's
to
awesome.
Mike and Melanie for helping me out with the car insurance.
Hey, Mike and Melanie, good job.
Yeah.
Shout out to Geico.
What's
Thanks, guys.
the only thing left is me being able to rent a car.
No, you can rent it now, but it's like a high risk.
No, I can't. No, like a rental car at like a agency.
Yeah, I think you still can.
No,
but
you have to be 25, I think.
Is it 25? Because
I think you have to be 25. I am 99% sure that you have to be 25 years old to go to like Enterprise and get a rental car.
All right, so real quick, funny thing is I just typed in Google age of renting a car, and it's in big print right now it says about 64 years.
What?
I don't know. All right, so actually the minimum age to rent a vehicle is 21.
Really?
There is no maximum age restriction in the United States and Canada. There's a younger renter fee that can be applied though.
Okay, maybe that's a certain company. Maybe Enterprise has that rule, but I've heard that before that it's 25 years old.
No, legit. It's Enterprise. Budget, same thing.
Really?
You can rent a car between the ages of 18 and 24 for underage, like more underage. Yeah. So basically, it's a little easier when you get a little older. Basically, is what I'm saying.
Apparently. Okay. Huh.
So, hey, Enterprise, if you guys want to sponsor us or
You right.
Hey, beep 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 beep.
Beep beep. Did you just look straight into the camera and with a serious look on your face say beep beep?
Beep beep.
Okay. Well, now that we've gone down the road towards Crazy Town
with these amazing sunglasses, I need to get a hair. I need to shave my head. This is way too long, by the way.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah.
You need to rein that in a little bit, but that's okay.
I need the Brian Urlacher treatment so I can close off all of this that's going on right here. All right, anyway.
Okay.
We're going down some weird tangents. Let's actually talk about sports now, boys.
Okay, my first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that since March Madness didn't exist in 2020, they decided to just combine it. They bottled up the madness from what would have been 2020.
You can't bottle the madness, though.
They bottled it up, Bruce Males. They bottled it up, and they injected it into 2021.
It was great, though. It's been awesome.
Not for my bracket, it hasn't.
Not for mine either.
No,
but dude,
it has not been awesome for anyone's bracket, which is fine because we're all in the same boat. And, Mr. Claw Law over there.
It's been awesome. Honestly, it's
been fantastic.
So, all jokes aside, this basketball has been so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
My bracket, no joke, I crumpled it up. And yes, I'm very traditional. I still have a piece of paper. I crumpled it up, threw it out already. I had Illinois winning it all.
Oh, poor guy.
Well, whatever,
Sister
dude.
Jean had other things to say about that, Bruce.
Yeah, Sister Jean said, "No, MFer, you're out, dude."
She said, "No."
But dude, I was exchanging text messages with some of my buddies and some of the other coaching staff that I work with.
Yeah.
And man, dude, Loyola's defense, the rotations that they have and everything I saw was amazing. Dude, he totally outcoached.
Yeah.
You it was under he was just it was a clinic.
Illinois never even made a run. They were down between 8 and 12
they got down
the whole time.
by 6. They got down by 6 or 7 at one point, and even then,
yeah, they never. I watched the entire second half. They never made a legitimate run. It wasn't even that they made a run and Loyola came back and went on their own run and something like that. They got down between 6 and 12, 8 and 12, and then they just traded baskets for 20 minutes. There was no urgency until a minute 30 left. And that's what I've been seeing a lot from bigger schools in March Madness is they seem so confident. And I don't see urgency when they're down 12 with 5 minutes left. They don't start taking threes
Oh,
until like 40 seconds left in the game when
it's
it's
not even taking
far too
threes.
late.
It's
No,
not even taking threes. It's ball pressure and put it in
right. But
in
at
the,
a certain point, you do have to start taking threes when you get into the last couple of minutes, and even then, you're down 12 with 2 minutes left, and I see guys driving to the basket and not even looking to kick, and I'm like, I don't know if you're that confident that you can get an and one, but at some point, you have to start actively looking for ways to get more points than you've been getting right now, because clearly it
so
isn't working. That's something I
so
saw with
you
Illinois and a bunch of other teams that have been upset so far.
so you know one of the things that I actually like was really disappointing to me watching that U of I Loyola game is that the fact that Brad Underwood did not make any kind of or seemingly did not make any kind of adjustments
Yeah.
to that they love the ball screen. So Cockburn, and yes, it's Cockburn. It's not Coburn. The back of his name is spelled, or his name is spelled Cockburn.
Yep. Can confirm.
That's a big Cockburn. All right. So that being said, though, uh, so that being said, the young man would go up and set a ball screen every time for Ao. I can't remember. I don't recall how to pronounce his last name, but
Yeah.
that's the last name that I don't remember how to pronounce. But anyway, so he was setting a ball screen for him. They would jump that ball screen every single time, and you did not see Underwood make any kind of adjustment to it. Not a slip, not anything like that, or just take it away. And the
Yeah.
fact that you have a player the caliber that Ayo is, and you didn't see him just do the things that you would see from an All-American type or an like just a stud athlete,
Yeah.
top 15 draft potential guy. No, that was concerning, and yeah, I was as shocked as everybody else. I was crying a little bit, not
Yeah.
really. But
The last comment I'll have just generally on March Madness, because obviously there's way too much to really get into specifics for the most part, but the college basketball, and I know part of this is just the way the game is played at the college level, but in my opinion, there's not enough mid-range going on. The amount of times I see guys
no.
have space mid-range, they don't take the shot. Like guys are wide open for a mid-range, for a floater, something like that. I see way too much of just giving it to a big guy and him taking a bad shot. I see way too much of, I mean, they will have open threes and they don't take them. And I know that some of the guys can't shoot, but I don't know. I know it's a different game than at the pro level, but at some point it just looks so different to me.
Well, even at the professional level, I kind of agree with you in the fact that the mid-range game is a total lost art.
Yeah.
It's gone, and basically it's a useless form of basketball now. Well, I personally don't, because I thrived in that. That was my era. I
Yeah.
loved it. Even Michael Jordan, and I'll even jump out there and say Kobe Bryant.
Oh
Like
yeah.
Kobe Bryant is a huge mid-range guy.
Even
Uh,
LeBron is still
yeah,
he likes the
well,
mid range. Yeah.
well said, well said. But yeah, no, you're 100% correct. Like you don't see it as often. And to touch on the one last comment though about the U of I Loyola Chicago game though, Porter Moser is going to have a lot of contracts being thrown at him from bigger schools.
Yep.
While I mean, I'll venture out to say that I don't think he's going to leave Loyola Chicago, because I
No.
think he's got something big. I think he's got something big coming, like for that area. I think he's going to be the Gonzaga of the Midwest. Yes, I said it. How crazy is that? How crazy does that sound? I said
Well,
that.
here's the thing. You get Illinois to the tournament, right? They're a 1 seed. They collapse to Loyola, who is now on their
in the
second
nation.
run.
Second in the nation. Second in the nation.
Right.
U of I.
And if I'm, if I'm a top recruit in Illinois, why would I go to Urbana?
Why would I need
could
to?
go to the city and go to Loyola Chicago and clearly from the last few years have a better chance of making a run in the tournament than I
Dude,
would at the
Final
University
Four
of
team.
Illinois.
I have a Final Four team, 30 miles from my house right now.
Right. Why would you go to the cornfields, middle of nowhere?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
And you
what
can see
drives
Sister
me
Jean
crazy.
down there too. I mean, let's go.
Yeah. That's the part that drives me crazy. As I'm
Oh, the Sister Jean. You're not a Sister Jean guy.
Yeah, I like Sister Jean is great and all. Oh my word, what is happening?
I don't know. You're frozen.
Hello. Yeah, my
We can still hear you though.
okay, that's good. My technology is struggling a
Oh.
little bit. Give me a sec. Talk about people that want to know about the Bulls. Talk about the Bulls for me.
Well, no. Before we transition to that, I actually do find it interesting though that there's a lot of media talking about Sister Jean and the things that she's done, and I actually think that it helps Loyola Chicago. I think that because of the attraction to Sister Jean, it actually takes the pressure off of some of these guys on Loyola Chicago with even Cam Crutwig. I love that kid. Like I actually
Yes.
think that he. Oh, you're back. Hey,
Yeah, I'm
hello.
back. Hi.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Cam Crutwig, I actually think is he's well, no, he's not an NBA prospect at all, not at all.
No.
But yeah, no, I love his game. I actually think he's very fundamentally sound, and he's a product of Algonquin, Illinois. So good for you. God bless. By the way, real quick, curveball. Why do I look like that like weird uncle with like the shitty like facial hair, got the chain here, and the I do look like that weird uncle,
Yeah, you
bald.
do.
I do.
You want to like
Anyway.
you want to like call me Sonny and ask me if I can work at your Italian restaurant?
Oh, stereotypes. You're not allowed to do that anymore.
No, I can stereotype you. That's fine. I will go at you.
Italian. I'm not Italian though. How dare
Yeah, you sure look like it today.
Hey.
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 Anyway.
But no. Anyway. Long story short, though, I love the Sister Jean association with Loyola Chicago. I think it's a very romanticized thing, and it should be there. It's fun. It's good times. Krutwig's a stud. I actually do I do like a lot of their players. That being said, let's see what happens. I actually think that their defense can hold up against people in that region. So it would not surprise me to see them advance and beat Houston too to the Final Four.
Really?
Yeah, you beat a number 2 team in the nation. Yeah, no, and
Fair.
Houston struggled last round too. So
That's fair.
it's possible. It's possible. I'm not saying I'm going to bet. If I would bet on it, I'm not going to say I would bet on it. However, I would consider putting some little bit of money on it.
Okay, that's fair.
I wouldn't say $100. So let's just say that. I wouldn't be like I'm going to put $100 on Loyola to win.
Do we want to talk about your parlay that missed by one?
My 2 parlays, three parlays that I put out that missed by 1. I had 3 parlays that missed by 1.
You want to talk about it, Bruce?
No, every Ohio team screwed me over. Let's not talk about that.
Okay. Anyway, we had a trade deadline today.
Yes, we did.
Some
NBA.
very interesting things happened. So I'm gonna go. Just give me a moment, and we will run through before we get into specifics. But I want to run down
Pacifics.
Yeah, but I want to run down just kind of a recap of the big moves that we had today. So we had Victor Oladipo to the Heat for Avery Bradley, Kelly Olynyk, and a pick swap.
Which is an absolutely awesome trade for the Heat.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We have J.J. Redick going from the Pelicans to the Mavs, which I love. Brad Wanamaker going from Golden State to the Hornets, which is fine because Jordan Poole is taking his minutes anyway. Bulls, this is kind of reverse order. So Bulls sending Mo Wagner to the Celtics for Daniel Tice. Yep. Raptors sending Norman Powell to Portland for Gary Trent Jr. and Rodney Hood. Not sure how I feel about that one. Philadelphia gets George Hill from OKC for Tony Bradley, Terrence Ferguson, and 2 future second-round picks. Austin Rivers goes to OKC and Ferguson to New York in a 3-team deal. We had Nemanja Bjelica The big,
well done.
the big forward. Thank you very much. From the Kings, going to the Heat for Mo Harkless and Chris Silva. So the Heat get Oladipo and Bielika. So they get yet another shooter and Victor Oladipo. Wizards traded Troy Brown to the Bulls in the Mo Wagner deal for Daniel Gafford and Chandler Hutcherson. So Troy Brown.
And I actually really like that trade, by the way.
I agree. I like Troy Brown.
Troy Brown, I do too. Well, I'll talk about it more. So
Nuggets get Aaron Gordon from the Magic, which I absolutely love. That the starting lineup of Jamal Murray, Gary Harris, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Jokic. That is disgusting.
The Nuggets are going for it, dude.
Yeah, they are. And then another move by the Magic. This is the one we'll be talking about the most. Sending all-star big man Nikola Vucevic along with Al-Farouq Aminu to the Bulls in exchange for Wendell Carter, Otto Porter, and 2 first-round picks.
And they're protected.
That was the big deal of the day.
So they're protected.
So the Bulls basically get Nikola Vucevic, Al-Farouq Aminu, who is still a good wing, much cheaper than Otto Porter as well, and Troy Brown.
Have you seen Nicola's? Have you seen his contract too?
His contract is very favorable.
Great, very, very friendly.
Yes, and he is a big man who can shoot. So you know
how
Lauri
he can pop, baby, with him and Zach.
Oh yeah, and so a starting lineup of Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Patrick Williams, Lauri Markkanen, and Nikola Vucevic. That is something I could get behind as a Bulls fan if I was.
I'm actually like I'm an advocate. I'm actually looking forward to getting rid of Lauri Markkanen. I'll say that right now.
I mean, now that you have Vucevic, there's not really a need for Markkanen.
Exactly. I don't think he provides. He doesn't provide enough, and I actually think that the Bulls are better without him. And Kobe White, as much as I loved him before, and I did, I think you need a pure point guard. You need a pure point guard on that team. And I think if you can, I don't know how long.
Rondo got traded today, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Rondo got traded to the Clippers.
I would have liked a Rondo reunion in Chicago.
I actually would like to have Lonzo Ball.
Really? You wanted Lonzo Ball?
I would take a Lonzo Ball.
So I'm curious what you think of the Rondo for Lou Will trade.
That's actually pretty crazy. The fact that the Clippers got rid of Lou, I actually thought that's I don't know, I like Lou. I think Lou's he was the type of person that I was when I played basketball. Kind of get in your head, be an asshole, and
That's Patrick Beverly.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. Oh my God, Lou Williams, he's a
6th man of the year. That's Lou Will.
Big time scorer. I apologize. Yeah. Good save. But no, I like Lou too, though. I like Lou too.
Yeah, you're
right. Now you're saying that though. That's interesting. I
like that more for the Hawks. Not necessarily I think that's more of a win now move for the Clippers because they need to improve their starting lineup generally. However,
that much because you already have scorers.
Right, Rondo's not a scorer. That's the point.
Right.
Yeah. So I like it for the Clippers, but the reason I really like it for the Hawks is think about what Lou Will is going to be able to teach Trae Young.
Yeah.
Think about Trae Young averages 30 a game right now, and he hasn't been taught by anyone. Obviously, not to discredit the Hawks coaching staff, but it's different than being taught by a guy every day.
How much more do you need? To be honest with you, I actually like the tutorage of Rajon Rondo with him because I think Trae Young already knows how to score.
He averages 10 assists a game. He already knows how to pass.
Okay, so Lou Williams already knows how to score, and I think Trae Young knows how to score too. So, okay,
I like it more specifically because Trae Young takes a lot of threes right now, which I don't blame him for. Lou Williams is not a high-volume three-point shooter.
That's fair.
He still does have that mid-range, so that's why I like it. They're different types of scorers. So obviously I like the deal for the Hawks because it gives you a really good six-man. I don't think they're really in contention right now, are they?
I actually think that's better, and yes, they are.
I mean, I think that's a win-win. That's a win-win deal for both teams, I think.
I don't think it's anything that's going to have any kind of effect to challenge for the Eastern Conference.
No, not at all. But
not at all. But hey, real quick before we continue down this road,
yes,
weekend is right around the corner, and there are plenty of things going on in Central Illinois to keep you and the family busy. Whether you're just visiting or you call the heart of Illinois home, Discover Peoria. The Peoria Area Convention and Visitors Bureau has dropped us some information about a few weekly discoveries you won't want to miss. Trivia Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Do you like Trivia Friday?
I do like trivia. Big fan.
Why wouldn't you? Live at 5 Points Trivia Night at 5 Points, Washington. Create and join a team to compete for prizes at this hybrid style event, which will feature options for in-person and virtual team registrations. That was pretty solid, not going to lie. Proceeds from the event will help 5 Point purchase essential equipment for outdoor community events for summer and fall for 2021 and beyond. The event starts at 6:30 and is $10 per ticket, or for a team of 6, registration is $50 for both virtual and in-person attendance. Peoria Historical Society Trivia Fundraiser at the Creve Coeur Club. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes, you did.
You like that? Look at that.
That was good. No,
right? Little Frenchy French. Want to test your knowledge on the past and present of the Peoria area? Peoria Historical Society will host a trivia fundraiser at the Creve Coeur Club or virtually at home to benefit the Historical Society. You can add a boxed dinner and a signature cocktail. Who does not like a cocktail? For an additional charge at the event, or if you do it virtually, you can pick them up ahead of time. I would pick them up. The event starts at 6. Tickets are $35 per person.
And we have Schitt's Creek Trivia Night at Art of the Bodega. Art of the Bodega is hosting a trivia night all about the hit show Schitt's Creek. There will be prizes for the winning individuals and groups. There will also be a multiple of do-it-yourself projects that you can do during the trivia. The event starts at 6:30 and there's a $10 registration fee. Everyone who wishes to participate must register ahead of time. Information about all 3 of those trivia nights can be found over at discoveredpeoria.com/events.
I gotta say, that was pretty solid.
Well done.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, I got the French one, too.
Pop open another claw.
Pop open another claw, boys.
There we go. Ooh, that's what I like to see.
It's the law.
So, Bruce.
Anyway,
the Bulls.
MJ.
They are right now 10th in the Eastern Conference.
They're
19 and 24.
They're not very far back, though. That's the thing.
They are a game and a half back of the Boston Celtics, who made a couple moves today. The Hawks made a move. The Knicks made a move. The Heat made a move. The Hornets made a move. Every team, other than the Pacers, above the Bulls made a move today. So do you think that the Bulls' move is enough to secure them a playoff spot?
Yes. I thought they were going to be an 8th seed at the beginning of the year. I'm not going to go away from my thought process. 100%. So as you said, right now they sit at 19 and 24. What games back?
They are only 3 games back of the 4 seed.
Right. So and it's the Hornets.
You don't think that Brad Wanamaker is going to transform the Hornets with the loss of LaMelo Ball?
In any case, hold on real quick. I did a little research today.
Oh, okay. Let me sit back.
You know,
and have
since
Bruce Males.
Since hold on. I want to talk to you about this trade though that just happened.
Okay.
Because this is what Chicago teams do when you're not the Chicago Shits. When you're actually a real freaking front office and do things the right way, this is what you do. So you trade for a guy who is averaging this year a career high in points at 24.5 points a game. He's tied for his career high in per game and assists at almost 4 assists per game. Career high in rebounds per game this year at 10. Career high in free throw percentage this year at 83%. He's shooting 40% from the three-point line. That pick and pop game with him and Zach LaVine is going to be phenomenal. His value over replacement, or as we talked about before, the VO. His value over replacement, an average player, and by the way, I didn't even know this, the average player in the NBA is minus 2.0.
Oh, wow.
So his value over replacement this year is at 2.9. His field goal percentage compared to the rest of the league he's shooting 48% from the field. The rest of the league average is 46%. His pick and pop game, like I already talked about, his 3-point shooting percentage from the field this year is 40%. The rest of the league is at 36%. So here's my contrary thoughts. I of course I don't want to just say like, oh, these are the good things.
Right.
I also like the negatives. So his plus minus, and plus minus is very I don't know. It's not as important as a lot of people think it is, in my
Yeah,
opinion. But his plus minus per 100 this year is negative 8.6. So to talk about that too, though, Zach LaVine is at -1. He's at -8.6. The Orlando Magic were kind of shitty this year, so it doesn't surprise me as the reason why his plus minus is a lot lower
they're
than
15 and 29,
right,
so they're
exactly.
5 games worse than the Bulls. Yeah.
Right. So to go on a lot to jump off of that remark though, I actually was a big fan of Wendell Carter. I actually really liked Wendell Carter. I thought that the Bulls should have kept him a little longer. Am I mad about this trade? No, I actually think this is a great trade.
Yeah.
However, he had limited availability the past 2 years. He only averaged 10 points per game. His VO his what do I call it?
Value
VORP.
over replacement.
Yeah. I was gonna say that, but I couldn't remember it. Was only 0.1.
Okay.
I thought he was very similar to Taj Gibson, to those Chicago Bulls fans out there that remember who Taj Gibson is when he was with the Bulls. I thought that he was a shorter, not as good version as Taj Gibson.
Okay.
Although I also did comment on here saying he's a very underrated passer, and I thought his court vision was awesome.
Yeah.
His post up frequency, and this is the problem though with a guy who's undersized like him, at playing the 4 spot in the NBA. He can't shoot from the outside.
Yeah.
He has no mid range game, and he only shot from the 3-point line. He only shot 3 shots this year.
Oh my gosh.
So that's
Billy
not.
Donovan's about to have a heyday.
I was about to say that's not ideal for the Billy Donovan offense whatsoever.
No.
Also, with Otto Porter Jr., he's only shooting 44% from the field this year, whereas the rest of the NBA was at 46%. He did shoot well from the 3-point line. However, his contract was shit, and also his availability was crap. So I think this was a great trade. Got rid of the Garpax era. Bye, get rid of it. It's done. It's a great trade for the Bulls. The second trade we had today was the Daniel Gafford and Chandler Hutchinson essentially for Troy Brown.
Yeah. Essentially for Troy Brown and Daniel Tice.
Right. So the funny thing is like all these notes that I made were actually before the Tice trade today.
Okay.
So I love that trade too, though. I actually think that Daniel Tice, I think that was a steal, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree.
But so for what I was saying was, so basically the Bulls traded 2 of the same player. So with Hutchinson and Gafford, they're the same guy, same exact person. They averaged around the same points per game. Hutchinson was 1.9 points per game. He was buried on the bench. He never played at all. He did well last year. Didn't shoot from the outside at all or from mid range. He was all around the basket. Same thing with Gafford. So if we want to go percentage wise, Hutchinson was for 0 to 3 feet, so dunking and 3 feet in layups, he was 50%. 3 feet, 10 feet, he was 27%. 10 feet to 16, he was 5%. 16 to 3-point, he was 0%. He only attempted 1 3. You can't do that as a 4 in the NBA anymore.
No.
Gafford was from 0 to 3 feet was 64%, a little better, obviously. 3 to 10 feet, 26%. 10 to 16 feet, 46. 16 to 3-point, 46. So he kind of shot a little bit better from the mid-range game, but it was very minimal amount. I didn't give you the amount of times they shot from there, but it wasn't very high. I did actually like the acquisition of Mo Wagner. I did like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, but the fact that they traded him for Tice, that's a great acquisition too.
Because Tice is better. He is basically the type of player Wendell Carter was, but
he's an ass kicker. He works hard. Yeah. That's what he is. And I don't know. So in my notes here, all my bullshit notes here, you can see I say let's go, AK the man.
Oh my gosh.
AK's the man. I was pumped like when I was watching all that. Like when I saw the things that he did and I saw like the acquisitions that they had, like it's amazing. I love it. I love it. Hey, it's what a real front office does with real priorities and the ability to want to win, unlike the Chicago shits.
So speaking of which,
Oh, here we go.
NFL free agency, the Packers are just running it back, and the Bears are cutting
They got
Kyle
your boy.
Fuller,
They
sending
got
him
your
to
boy back.
Denver.
They got your boy back. How do you feel about that?
Mercedes?
Yeah. Oh, no, not Mercedes Lewis. King, was it King? The
Oh,
corner.
Kevin King? Here's the thing. I'm fine. I am in a vacuum. Okay,
My buddy
King
hated it.
back,
My buddy, as a Packers fan, hated it.
but he cannot be the starting. He cannot be the number 2 corner going into the playoffs next season. So if the Packers want to draft a corner, give this is basically what they did in 2000. What would that have been? 2000. When did they draft Jair Alexander? 2018. Yeah.
19?
18. Yeah, because they just picked up his 5th-year
I'll
option
believe
recently. This is basically what they did recently with Jair Alexander. They re-signed Devon House, who they knew was not going to be the starting corner for long. They re-signed him to a team-friendly 1-year deal. They drafted Jair Alexander, and then by week 3, Jair was the starter. So my expectation is the Packers will draft a corner first or second round, because they can still get some value in the second round. At this point in time, I would rather them draft a corner in the first round. There are a couple guys I really like that I think fit the mold of the Packers. But even then, if you draft a corner in the second or the third round, Kevin King, when healthy, averages to be in basically an average corner in the NFL.
Was he healthy when he got beat on that play? Or
he hurt his shoulder about week 8.
Come on, that doesn't mean you can't run.
He was playing in a shoulder harness the rest of the season.
Whatever.
Does that excuse his bad coverage? No. But my point is,
that's what I wanted to hear. Thank you.
That was one isolated event. He chose the worst timing in the entire season to have 2 awful plays. But other than that, he was average all year. And it is very rare to have 2 elite corners, right? So I don't need Kevin King to be elite. I need him to be average. If the Packers can draft a guy in the first or second round who eventually takes more snaps than Kevin King, then I will be perfectly fine with it as a depth signing.
Who's their nickel?
Right now, that would probably be Kadar Hallman, who was drafted last year. Very similar body type to Jair Alexander, which is why some people are thinking that the Packers will draft a safety, and Darnell Savage, their current starting safety, will go into kind of a nickel hybrid Tyrann Mathieu-esque role. Sure. So that's why I'm not exactly sure what the Packers are going to do. In my opinion, I want a safety at some point. There are a couple 6th, 7th round projected safeties that I would be perfectly fine with, in my opinion. So I don't need them to go safety early. There are a couple guys who I really like at the top, but we'd have to spend our first round pick on that, and I don't love it. I want a safety, I want a linebacker, and I want a corner out of this draft.
Tackle, quarterback, corner.
What quarterback corner?
What do you mean, what quarterback?
No, I didn't hear the first one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said tackle.
Okay.
Offensive tackle, quarterback, corner. That's what I want. Or you can flip flop for the Bears, for the shits. You can flip flop quarterback, tackle, corner.
Yeah, I think. And the tackle class is pretty deep.
It's deep, 100%.
So if I'm the Bears,
Oklahoma State.
What pick did the Bears have?
20th.
20th.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't love. The only person that I would recommend the Bears take, if Elijah Vera Tucker out of USC is there, he played. He played tackle and guard.
So their mock draft that just came out from the Sun Times today. They have the Bears trading up to get Justin Fields. I would totally take that.
That's not gonna happen.
I know, but I would totally take that.
Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah, they're 20th.
If
So they're right now they are 20th. Yes.
okay,
Sorry.
here's the thing: if the Bears were gonna do that,
Sweetheart.
they
Sorry.
wouldn't
My
have.
puppy's talking.
That's okay. If the Bears were gonna do that, they wouldn't have signed Andy Dalton to that contract, labeled him
He's
QB1, put all of the social media stuff out that they have recently.
because
They're
they're
not trading up for a quarterback
trying
because then
not
they would
to.
have 3.
That's fine. Go for it. Because no, hold on.
So you're
no,
gonna pay Andy Dalton and Nick Foles like $20 million
fine.
to sit on the bench?
That's a guy. That's fine. They paid so since Jay Cutler left this team, or including Jay Cutler. Last I heard, it was $195 million that's been allocated to the quarterback position for the Chicago Bears since he was a quarterback for the Bears.
Here's the thing.
I don't care. Honest to God, MJ, I don't care. If you find dude. If you can find, like, you draft a quarterback, you MFers, you draft a quarterback.
You are not a quarterback away.
No, that's fine. What's the most important position in the NFL?
Quarterback.
Thank you.
So you're gonna draft in this situation. You're gonna draft Justin Fields. He's gonna sit there for 4 years and suffer, and then leave.
No, he's not gonna sit there.
He's gonna demand out before you can even blink.
Whatever, dude. I don't care. I don't care anymore. You have
He's
no
gonna
idea.
demand a trade out of Chicago so quickly you can't even.
No idea what a Chicago Bears fan goes through. You've had 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Shut up.
That's why I'm telling you I know what quarterbacks want. And it's not Chicago. You think Andy Dalton wanted to go to Chicago? No. That was his last resort.
Starting. Exactly.
That was his last resort, and they're paying him, what, $13 million? 10?
10. 13.
Yeah.
13 with the Suns.
Yeah. So
guess how much Mitchell Trubisky's getting paid by the Bills.
Team Hicks wants Bruce, there is a organizational issue in Chicago.
Well, no shit. You know this. You know I've already bitched about this.
Right. So I'm not wasting draft capital to move up and get Justin Fields when that's going to screw your future with him on the team.
But who are you talking about? You're also talking about a general manager that's only guaranteed 1 more year.
Okay.
Who cares? He doesn't give a shit. Because he's going to move up in the draft.
If they were going to move up, they wouldn't have paid Dalton.
If you need to guarantee your job the next year, you're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to draft a potential great player, so that way I'm going to be like,
that's not going to keep his job, though.
I'm not saying it's going to. I'm not disagreeing with you, because it's honestly at the end of the day, it's a product, or I'm sorry, what's the word I'm looking for? It is a results type business. That's exactly what it is. And if you don't produce the results, you get labeled by jackasses like me wearing Hawaiian shirts to Chicago shits. But
fair.
That being said, though, if you want to have some kind of there's that word again, continuity. If you want to have some kind of success in it, you're gonna have a mediocre quarterback who Andy Dalton, God bless him. I'm not hating on him. The red rifle is. You're guaranteeing the Bears being what? Aside from other moves, I actually thought okay, another 7-9, 6-10, 7-9, 8-8.
The 17 games this year, Bruce.
Oh yeah, you're right. There is 17 this year. So, geez. So
7-11, 7-10, 8-9.
Yeah. Math is hard.
It is hard.
So no, and I 100% agree with that thought process. So I really don't think that they're going to put themselves in a position to be vying for anything. Frankly, I actually think the Green Bay Packers are going to be vying for a Super Bowl this year. But that's a topic for a different time. I hate you.
Like that, Richie.
Yeah. It might be the only time I say it. But no, in all seriousness, though, if he can get a mediocre season with a quarterback that is here for half a year and provides some kind of leadership, I guess, for lack of a better term. And I'm totally okay, so basically what I'm looking at is the Bears way.
There is no Bears way right now.
True, you're right. But you can get a quarterback, and I doubt they will, But if you get a quarterback who has potential, because you and I both know that the whole sitting on the bench thing it doesn't work that way in the NFL anymore. It doesn't.
Unless you're the Green Bay Packers, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but you also have a Hall of Fame quarterback, so you
Right.
can't. So, like Patrick Mahomes, played right away. Deshaun Watson played right away.
Patrick Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith for a year and a half.
1 year, exactly. It doesn't matter. So that being said, though, you don't see guys sitting for multiple years behind. To your argument,
right,
and to your point, you don't see a guy sitting behind anybody like that. So I really do think that if there's a possibility of the Bears getting a substantial, that's probably the best way to put it, substantial rookie quarterback, he's not sitting this year. He's not.
Well, but my issue is I don't see the reason to move up for a quarterback, mortgage your future until you're in a position like the Washington football team is right now. The Washington football team is a quarterback away, right? Because they even made the playoffs last year, and the reason they didn't beat the Buccaneers is because they had no offense. Their defense played exceptionally. They had no offense. They have an exceptional running back, an exceptional number one wide receiver, and a really good starting tight end, and a good O-line. They are a quarterback away. If I'm the Chicago Bears and tell him in that situation, I need my draft picks to get to that point.
No, honestly, I disagree.
Bruce, you're going to draft Justin Fields. Akeem Hicks is still going to want out, right? Allen Robinson is still going to want out. Everyone and their mother is still going to want out of the Chicago Bears. And so then you don't have a roster and you don't have draft picks moving forward because you gave them all up for Justin Fields. Bless his heart, he's an exceptional quarterback, but he is not going to carry the Chicago Bears in his rookie season.
No, and that's fine. But that's fine, though.
But then you don't have any draft picks to build around him because you mortgaged them all to go get him.
So that's fine. You're
you
getting
don't mortgage your future until you are ready to win now.
No. Disagree. 100%. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. Flat out, you're wrong.
How?
You're wrong. You're wrong.
You're setting yourself up for failure because Justin Fields is not going to want to stay in Chicago.
No. So for 4 year, a 4 year contract for a rookie contract, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Option.
Yeah, you know why? The best contracts in the NFL are rookie quarterback contracts.
Right, except nobody wants to come to Chicago.
Am I wrong, though? Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong, but nobody wants to come to Chicago, so you can't go spend that money.
Do you think this is the last year? Do you think this is the last year with this front office? Yes.
Likely, yes.
Yes.
Okay, but the Bears have now had multiple dysfunctional front offices in a row. Until they turn it around, you are not going to get outside free agents.
The
Chicago Bears are going to have to be
most important position in the NFL.
Quarterback.
Thank you.
Okay. And let me tell you, Bruce, as much as I love Aaron Rodgers with all my heart, soul, mind, and spirit, he is one of the most incredible people to ever touch a football.
All I'm saying,
he hasn't even been able to overcome.
Brother, all I would say is I would totally take.
So you trading up for Justin Fields not only screws your team right now, it screws your team for the next 5 years.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. 100%.
It's assuming, but that's also assuming that Justin Fields doesn't develop.
No, that's assuming he does develop.
No, it's not. Oh my God!
Even if he does develop. Okay, Bruce, what is Justin Fields' ceiling? What is Justin Fields' ceiling?
No, I don't know. No one knows what a rookie quarterback's ceiling is. Did you think Patrick Mahomes is going to be what he is? No. Patrick Mahomes, okay, so do you think Tyreek Hill was going to be an absolute freaking beast?
No, he was drafted in the 6th round.
Right, exactly. Do you think Kelsey was going to be Kelsey? No.
Yes.
No one did. No one thought a guy coming out of Iowa would be like that.
He was an extremely highly touted tight end prospect. Anyway, that's not the point. My point is, Bruce.
My point is
you're in it. Okay, so you think that Justin Fields
you get a stud-ass quarterback. Hold on, you get a stud-ass quarterback, and you get leadership from that position.
With what?
If you get a leadership from that position, people want to come to that place.
No,
it's true. Yes, look at Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers plays for one of the most respected organizations, not just in football, but in sports. You
It's
cannot make that comparison.
Yes, you can, because you know why?
The Chicago Bears are a dumpster fire to the point where their players are subtweeting the front office.
That front office is a dumpster fire. So when that front office...
And that goes... You've said it yourself. It goes to the owners. not even just the
I
front
agree.
office.
I agree with
It
that.
goes
I
straight
agree
to
with
the
that.
owners.
I agree with
So
that.
until
However,
they
I do
until
disagree
they
with that thought
burn it
process.
all
I
down,
disagree with it. I disagree with that thought process.
until they burn it all down.
I guarantee it. I said it. What's today's date? March 25th, 2021. I bet you. I will bet. I'll bet $100. Like you guys see it. We can come back to this. $100. If the Chicago Bears get a quarterback that is worth anything, if they do trade up and they get someone that's in the top 10, that's a legit like quarterback. I'll bet you that the Bears will within the next 3 years they will be a better team than the Packers. 3 years.
The only way I would agree with that.
Hold on. Your argument, you just yelled at me saying that the Bears will be jack shit for 5 years. And they'll waste, or 4 years. I'll say 4 years because fifth year option. So you just said flat out that the Bears would be bullshit, like if regardless of the quarterback that they get, blah 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 blah. So that being said, I'll say the Bears will have a better record than the Packers will in 3 years if they get a legitimate quarterback in the draft.
So who are your people that match legitimate quarterback?
Again, a top 10 quarterback. I'll say that. A top 10 quarterback this year.
Top 10 quarterback goes down to like the 6th round.
No, a top 10. I'm saying like in the first round, like the first, like I'll say first 15 picks in the NFL draft this year.
So
a quarterback
Lawrence Wilson, Fields, Jones.
Yes.
I would pay to see. I would pay to see the Chicago Bears draft Mac Jones. I would pay that.
Again, $100.
My heart.
You in?
No.
Oh, come on! Why?
First of all, because I don't know what's going to happen.
You even just said a little bit ago, like a 4 years. I'm sorry.
Okay, my argument is not literal to the point of going down to the game. Mine's
literal to the fact that every game matters. So.
No, every game doesn't matter till you get to the playoffs.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, my point in all of this BS is you don't mortgage your future for a quarterback until you are ready to win. The Bears are going downhill right now. Drafting a guy like Justin Fields, thank you, Sherlock Holmes, that would help. Your current quarterbacks are Nick Foles and Andy Dalton. So, of course, drafting Justin Fields would be an improvement. That's like saying drafting Justin Fields would be an improvement over you or I at the quarterback position.
I like the deflection. That was nice. Well played.
You go from a downward trajectory to neutral with Justin Fields, and you're going to be stuck in football purgatory even more. Now, at least you have a shot to suck for a couple years.
Again.
And
well, take me up on the bet then. Take me up on the bet.
Okay.
All right, $100.
Deal.
3 years. The Bears will have a better record than the Packers.
Not going to happen.
Oh, 100%.
And that's only in your mind if they draft Lawrence, Fields, Wilson, or Mac Jones.
Correct.
Which is not going to happen.
Probably not going to happen.
Right. So it's not going to happen anyway. But
it's fun. It's a fun barb, and it's a fun like.
It still baffles me that you think that's a good
It
idea.
baffles me that you think that like. You trade a first round, you trade up so you give them the first round pick and probably your second round pick and your 2/4 because they got to
you think you're gonna get Justin Fields for that?
Oh,
are you on crack?
No, I'm on White Claw. The Claw is law.
You're gonna have to give up your first round pick this year, your second round pick this year, and your first rounder for at least the next 2.
No way. What are you doing? No way.
To get into the top 4 in this draft, Bruce? Yes,
I didn't say that top 15. I said top 15.
If you want, okay, that's to get Fields.
There's no way to
Mac Jones
1, 2, 3, 4. That's like, come on.
Well, yeah, Justin Fields is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4.
No way.
Lawrence, Wilson, and Fields are going in the top 4.
I'll bet that too. $50.
They're going to.
$50.
I'm not betting that because that I can guess, but no, I'm not betting that. Bruce is just on a betting massacre today. Good.
But no. Hey.
No. There are so many teams right now that are desperate for quarterbacks, and a lot of them are already in the top 5. So if you think that Fields is going to escape the top 5, even the top 4, No,
Mm,
because the only way the Jets don't take Zach Wilson is if somebody trades up to take Zach Wilson. And the only way that Justin Fields gets past the Falcons is if the Falcons don't take Justin Fields or somebody trades up to take Justin Fields.
all right, how about this? I got the. Hey, you should probably take me up on this, actually. So the mock draft that I'm looking at right now, according to PFF, which is actually fairly reliable.
Yeah,
I like PFF, but
not for draft stuff, but anyway.
that's fair. So Jaguars, first pick, Trevor Lawrence. You'd be dumb not to take him.
Yep.
Second pick, which is actually questionable because it's the Jets and they haven't made any kind of moves, and they also still So they're saying Zach Wilson second pick.
Yep.
So the Dolphins tackle from Oregon, P.N.A. Sewell. 49ers from the Falcons, quarterback Justin Fields, fourth pick. So you should take me up
There
on
are
that.
a lot of teams that want to move up
Fifth
to get a
pick,
quarterback.
fifth pick. Panthers from the Bengals.
Mac Jones.
Trey Lance, North Dakota State.
Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So six Eagles, tight end, Kyle Pitts from. Yep. Lions, which is actually this one actually confuses me. Lions wide receiver, Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
I don't like that one.
I don't like that, but I could see it because they have no wide receivers right now.
True. Bengals, tackle from Northwestern, Rashawn Slater, which is actually a stud.
So they trade down to get Slater?
Yeah, from the Panthers, it says.
Interesting.
And then the Patriots from the Broncos, Mac Jones. Can you imagine Belichick and Mac Jones? That actually would be interesting. That'd be kind of cool.
I very well could see that happening. I really like that fit.
Here, hold on. Let me just scroll down to the Bears. O-lineman, Elijah Vera Tucker from USC.
There you go. I love
okay
that for the Bears.
Flat out, I'm totally okay with that. Like basically, like me arguing with you is just me like arguing with you.
Oh, I know. But I think the Bears have a much better chance of developing for the next few years. Okay, then you can make your move for a quarterback.
I just want better.
I don't think, because here's the thing. Trevor Lawrence is the of course prospect. Yes. After that, there is a lot of disagreement between Wilson, Fields, and then Lance Jones. There is a lot of disagreement there. I do not see a generational quarterback after Trevor Lawrence. I see good quarterbacks, but the Bears need a generational quarterback in order to revitalize that franchise to the point where outside free agents want to come. Good quarterback is not going to do it. You need more than that. You need front office change. You need ownership change. You need a generational quarterback to revitalize that town.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
And honestly, you're a smart man. Like I know you're going to agree with this though. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Top 4 quarterbacks in the NFL right now are the top 4 quarterbacks. They may interchange, but top 4 quarterbacks are Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I would let's see who we have right now in the NFL. Straight up Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Rodgers, Brady, Mahomes.
Russell Wilson. I'll even say it. Possibly Russell.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
So all right. So top 4. I'll just say that right there.
Yeah.
Boom. Top 4 in the NFL. 4 to around 15 may change. Like it could be
depending on the year, it'll change.
Right, and I think that those guys are the good quarterbacks.
Yes.
16 to maybe 25. Those are guys that like you'll win, like the game managers. That's probably the best way. The game managers, and everybody else is just
right.
So. I don't know. I think that there might be maybe 3 quarterbacks in this draft aside from Trevor Lawrence. No, I'll say 2 quarterbacks aside from Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I think 2 of the other 4 could hit.
Good quarterbacks. So maybe in that like 5 to 13, 5 to 15 area.
And I absolutely agree. The issue is,
as
in
a Bears,
order for you to go win games,
as a Chicago Shits fan, I'll take that because
for sure, I'm not looking at this as a fan perspective. 100%. If I'm a fan, I want them to move up and go get me a freaking quarterback. I'm looking at it as if you have one of those quarterbacks in the 5 to 15 range, you need an all-around stacked roster to go win a Super Bowl.
No, I don't agree with that. I think because because you need the all-around stacked roster for the guys that are the game managers. For the 5 to 15, so five. All right. So how about this? We'll actually eliminate. We'll granulate it a little bit more and go 5 to 12.
Okay.
5 to 12. I think you can win a Super Bowl with those guys. I do.
Without a stacked roster, you think they carry you?
100%. No, I think so. Joe Flacco. Do you think Joe Flacco was a elite quarterback?
No. He had a stacked roster.
Tell me.
I don't remember the exact.
His defense was ridiculous.
Right.
His defense was ridiculous. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. But he had a top 5 running back. He had a top 5 receiver.
Okay.
They had one of the best offensive lines in the league.
But at the same time though, it's all a rotational type thing. No,
it's not.
Man. I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree.
They had a stacked roster.
I don't know, man. That year, hold on.
The Bears are not a quarterback away. They're not even a 5 overall quarterback away in the league.
That is not my argument, though.
What? I'm so confused. What is your argument then?
It's not really an argument. It's just more along the lines of saying that I'm right and you're wrong.
What? I'm gonna beat you up when I come there. Oh my gosh.
All right, so hold on. 2012. So they won it in 2012. I'm actually kind of curious now because it's been a long time.
That would have been Ray Rice and Anquan Bolden.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Backup quarterback, Jeff Blake. Wow, Jeff Blake has a Super Bowl trophy or ring.
That's impressive.
Anquan Bolden. He was old though. 32.
That's not old.
He only had 921 yards. Michael Orr. Nice.
Yeah. Their offensive line was stacked.
Yeah, Matt Burke was a stud too. Defensively.
Marshall Yanda.
Pernell McPhee. Hey, the Bears got him, and he did absolutely.
You look at any Super Bowl team, if they don't have if they don't have a top 5 quarterback in the league at that time, the rest of their roster is extremely well done. And the Bears do not have a well done roster in any phase right now.
Hold on, my guy. Like their defense wasn't that. I mean, they were a great defense that year, but they weren't like anything amazing. None of them.
They don't have to be full of good names. They just have to. I mean, their defense was really good. They ran through the AFC that year.
All right, we're busting out Football Outsiders.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, no, we're doing this.
Bruce, you're going to spend all of your time not even proving your point with one team.
I mean, my point hold on. You
don't even know what your point is.
No, my point is the Bears need a quarterback, and you need to build.
Well, yeah, thank you, Sherlock Holmes. I am proud of you. I will post that in the paper tomorrow.
On, guess
the Bears
who, in
need a quarterback.
Incredible. Thank you. In 2012, guess who had the best defensive DVOA?
No clue.
Chicago Bears.
Cool.
Look how far it got them.
Yup.
All right, so guess who was Baltimore? Where you at? The defense. Wow. So the defensive DVOA for the Baltimore Ravens that year was 19th. Okay. And their offensive DVOA was 13th. It was a total mediocre football team. Their overall total DVOA was 10th. So
Okay, so they're top 10 football team.
Statistically, honestly, that wasn't a team that you would.
Their special teams was incredible.
How about this? The Chicago Bears were 6th in total DVOA that year. The Green Bay Packers were 5th. So we both got screwed that year. How about that?
That's fair. That's fair. And the Bears will continue to get screwed until they fix their quarterback, their front office, the rest of their roster, their ownership, and get a new stadium.
Quarterback and front office, I'll 100% agree. And, new stadium is kind of, I'll agree with that too.
Oh, my gosh.
3 years. We have a bet, $100 bet, 3 years.
It's not going to happen. And they have to draft Lawrence, Wilson, Fields, or Jones.
They'll still have a better record than the Packers in 3 years.
No. It's not going to happen. Because you know why? Even if Aaron Rodgers leaves after next year, the Packers still have a stacked roster, and the Bears don't. So I will take Jordan Love in the Packers roster all day over whoever the Bears draft as a quarterback in their roster next year. Easy. Mr. Spring Break Coach Bruce.
Hey, happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Any last words for the good people?
Hey, go Bears.
Yeah, go Bears right into mediocrity.
Well, as long as they don't suck. I mean...
They will. It's okay. Don't worry.
Hey. All I'm going to say right now is currently these guys...
Oh, boy. Wait for it.
Yeah! Are still the Chicago shits.
Incredible.
However, we do have a team in Chicago that is doing great. Oh, wait, real quick. I would feel a lot of remorse if I didn't touch on this. I'm sorry, MJ. Eloy Jimenez, I hope you get better, man. Here. Honestly, hope you get better. Torn pectoral, out 5 to 6 months. Terrible. To my guys that are Sox fans, it sucks. I'm sorry. I don't wish that on any fan, any person, especially. Yeah. So I hope he gets better, and best of luck to the Chicago White Sox. And that's it. Anyway, so back to Chicago shits garbage. Let's go.
Okay, and with that, we'll see you next week. See you guys.
See you guys.